Well, joining me is Paul Davis from Counting House here in the Isle of Man over a very exciting seminar and summit really that's going to be happening here on the Isle of Man, all to do with this sort of Bitcoin. I know Bitcoin's a trade name almost. It's bigger than that, isn't it, Paul? But you've got a great excitement that the Isle of Man could be the forefront of this new technology.
I think already is the forefront of this new technology. In testament to the speed with which things take place in our internet world, it's less than a year since this opportunity was first brought to the attention of the Isle of Man government. And in that year, we've gone from no knowledge and no participation to being the epicenter of development in the world, with 60 or 70 companies looking at coming here, jobs being created, a man coin about to be launched, Bitcoin being taken in the island's bars and restaurants. It's been extraordinary.
Crypto Valley Summit. It sounds something that should be happening in Los Angeles, but you know, that sort of place. But this is, the Isle of Man is a good place for it?
Yes, Crypto Valley, of course, was coined by outsiders. It's not a Manx product, but it's quite a good name, and it refers to Silicon Valley, which is the concept of the cluster of technology companies in California.
So can we have a little explanation? And I've heard it a few times, I still don't quite get it, but Bitcoin, we'll just use that as a name you don't mind, because people understand that one or heard of that one. What is it?
Yes, of course. Bitcoin is one of the flavors or one of the varieties of cryptocurrencies. It's best to understand it by way of an analogy, and the one that I like is frequent flyer points. Everybody has a plan with British Airways or American Airlines or Air Canada. You earn points on your account by doing stuff. You earn it either by eating at a restaurant or you earn it by flying on an airline. You get points, you can't draw them out, they're not cash, they're just virtual. They're in an account, and the only way to see those points is to go online and look at your account. But when you've got points, you can then spend them for stuff that you want. Bitcoin is a lot like that. You can be paid in it, you can earn it for doing work, and then you can spend it with people who take it for products or services. But you can never actually draw it out and hold it in your hand because it's a virtual currency.
Didn't I hear there was going to be some cash machines or something, or Bitcoin machines?
They're ATMs,
yeah,
but the ones that we have on the Isle of Man at the moment are unidirectional, so you can put cash in, but when your Bitcoin comes out, it comes out as computer code, which you load up onto your mobile phone.
I think I get it. I think I get it more anyway than before. Well done. The Isle of Man government's involved in this sort of getting you all together to create a cluster?
Very much so, yes. Clustering is a big feature of Isle of Man economic development, and it's a good one. The Department of Economic Development here manages a number of clusters, including aviation, shipping, and most importantly, e-gaming. And this is another natural cluster. We have some of the resources that are needed for this kind of development, including power, good communications, a young enthusiastic sector that likes to develop software here, and the ancillary technologies that already come from our telecoms and our gaming sector.
Is this going to be the next e-gaming for the Isle of Man?
It could be. Much depends on the development of the ecosystem worldwide. And at the moment, the biggest stumbling block is the interface between the new cryptocurrency world and the old fiat currency world, the world of banks and pounds and dollars. At the moment, many banks in the world are opposed to taking on Bitcoin businesses. They don't understand, there's some fear. There's a great deal of legitimate fear that the Bitcoin world will reduce banking income and the amount of money that banks can take from people for doing transactions. But as with many things, there will be a watershed where the financial community at large realizes that this is good technology, it's a thing of the future, and little by little there will be a crossing of that line. And eventually, I think in 5 or 6 years' time, you'll see all the major banks with virtual currency offerings as part of their product suite. It just takes time and education, just like debit cards did, just like the internet did.
I know a lot of jurisdictions are chasing this sort of business, but regulations are key to it, isn't it? Is it to make it legitimate or have some structure?
Yeah, structure is the key to it, and we're the Lewis Hamilton of this particular race at the moment. We're in pole position, we've got most of the structures in place, we've got the willingness to do what it takes, a great team behind us, and only last week I heard a report of a meeting at Alderney where the opening statement was, we're really annoyed at how far behind the Isle of Man we are in this. That tells me, because Alderney is a very go-ahead and active jurisdiction as well, that tells me we're in a great place.
Okay, well it's on the 17th and 18th, Sefton and the Palace.
The other way around.
Okay, but you're expecting a lot of people to attend?
Yes, about 100 people coming from off island and around another 50 participants from on the island.
Okay, well maybe we can catch up at the event and hear what they have to say.
I look forward to seeing you there.